What is going on, everybody? I am Rob Westerman, the third of GBP Daily, and thank you for tuning in to the Rob Westerman Show. You can find me all over social media at GBP Daily. And if you are not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Throw a like on the video, comment down in the comment section. It really helps me and helps my channel be seen across YouTube. So I would appreciate that. It is Monday, September 16th. A victory Monday for the Packers as they beat the Colts yesterday 16-10 to get their first win of the season. It was the home opener, the second hottest game at Lambeau Field ever. And of course, Malik Willis was at quarterback. He gets his first win in the NFL. And the vibes yesterday were pretty dang great. Packers run game could not be stopped in the first half. Colts made some adjustments coming out of the half there and slowed it down a little bit in the third and fourth quarters. But Josh Jacobs overall finished with 32 carries, 151 rushing yards. He was the workhorse carrying the load yesterday. And after that game, he said he could play another half. So the heat did not get to him one bit. Packers clips, follow me back. I got you, brother. After the show, I will be sure to follow you back. I got you. Yesterday, let's see, Evan Williams had a couple game-sealing plays, recovered the onside kick late in the fourth quarter, and then had an interception on the Hail Mary attempt by the Colts to officially end the game and put the Packers at 1-1 to start the season. You just love to see it. Feels good to get a win. We waited for a while to get a win under our belt to celebrate a little victory Monday, and here we are. So let's hop in the chat, see what's going on. Appreciate everybody tuning me in on this Victory Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. I know I did. Badgers, unfortunately, got smashed by Alabama on Saturday, but that's all right. Packers got us a win yesterday, and we're off and running. So Jesse was hoping we'd see more of Musgrave out there today. Yeah, Jesse, well, we heard Packers offensive coordinator Adam Stenavich say last week after Tucker Kraft just about doubled him up snap count-wise. He said that they would like to have their snap count be a little bit more even, but that was not the case yesterday. Tucker Kraft had 56 snaps to Luke Musgrave's 31 snaps. I do think it was more so to do with the fact that the Packers were running the ball just about every play, especially in the first half. But we did see Musgrave in there, run blocking. He did have a catch in the second half, but Tucker Kraft carrying the load, being out there for almost double the snaps of Luke once again. I don't think it's anything to read into too much, but at this point, Tucker Kraft is playing great. He's a yards after the catch king. Had a great play yesterday on third down. Got the catch, got the first down. So we'll see as the season goes on if their time on the field becomes more even. But regardless, Tucker Kraft is your tight end one through the first 2 weeks. Packers updates over on Instagram. Sit love next week. We can beat Tennessee with Willis. I hope so. The Jets had their hands full yesterday with Tennessee. They went ahead late and got the win against the Titans. The Titans are 0-2, and hopefully they stick with Will Levis and for another week so we can go up against him. I think Kraft is better than Musgrave. Packers updates. I think the Packers coaching staff agrees with you. Yeah, he's doubled Luke up on snaps both games, week 1 and week 2, and Tucker's been playing great. So Musgrave hasn't played poorly or anything. I think that's just kind of how it shakes out. And yeah, Tucker Kraft is our tight end one. So we love to see it for Tucker, especially after he missed most of the offseason with that torn pec. So good for Kraft. Love me some Tucker Kraft. Young Cap, we definitely can run the ball. We need to get the run defense together. Good dudes up front. Absolutely. There were some times yesterday where the defense was giving up some good plays to Jonathan Taylor. I'm surprised the Colts didn't feed Taylor more because it seemed like he was getting whatever he wanted. But shout out to the Colts for not doing that. They had a couple head-scratching plays yesterday. Going forward on the fourth down, come out of the half. That was kind of questionable. And then, yeah, just kind of going away from Jonathan Taylor, sporadically. And it seemed like whenever Jonathan Taylor did get the ball, he was getting after it. And that play to open up the second half, I think it was the second play where he stiff-armed Quay Walker, who didn't have the best game yesterday after a not-so-great performance week one. Jonathan Taylor set them up pretty quickly in the Packers territory. But shout out to the Colts. They just looked not very good yesterday. Anthony Richardson didn't look very good. So they are just at this point not a great team. And they play the Bears next weekend. So hopefully they can figure some things out and beat the Bears for us. So Young Cap, thanks for hopping in over on YouTube or on Instagram. I appreciate you, man. Hope you're having a good Monday. King AJ, to be honest, we cannot go out with the same game plan against the Titans, regardless of what people think about Will Levis. Calvin Ridley will give him the option of a big play if he's given time. Absolutely. I think this was kind of a one-game wonder game plan as far as just pounding it in the run game. Next week, the Titans are going to be obviously more prepared than the Colts will be. They'll have a full game as far as film to watch on our offensive line, Malik Willis, all the things. So they're going to have to let them air it out a little bit more, which I'm completely fine with. And, yeah, hopefully I don't think Jordan's going to play, although I don't have no idea. I'm just kind of guessing. I think everybody's kind of in the same boat as far as wondering when Jordan will be back. But right now it's Malik Willis. He got us a win yesterday. And we've got about today to kind of soak it in. And then tomorrow I'll flip the page to the Titans, who we play on Sunday in Tennessee. So, but definitely Will Levis, he was playing pretty well yesterday against the Jets. So you cannot write him off. We've had our fair share of going up against quarterbacks that are not good. And I know that was the Joe Barry era, and I don't think it's going to happen under Jeff Hafley in this defense. But still, can't be overwriting Will Levis. Calvin Ridley's good. So got to come in with a little bit different game plan. And, yeah, hopefully I know Matt LaFleur will dial some things up to switch it up a little bit. But Josh Jacobs, he's good. So just keep feeding him the ball and keep spreading the ball out to your playmakers. I think I feel more confident about the Titans game this upcoming weekend than I did about the Colts game, although the Colts did end up looking not very good whatsoever. So thanks, King AJ, for hopping in over on YouTube. Really appreciate you. Dave, over on YouTube as well. What's up, Rob? What a game, hey? This makes me feel like Happy Gilmore learning how to putt meme. Absolutely. What a freaking game, man. Noon kickoff. The weather was great. Second hottest game at Lambeau ever. And boom, we go up 10-0 right away. The vibes were just great. We should have went up 17-0. That probably would have put the nail in the coffin early on, and we could have kind of coasted out a win. But in Packers fashion, we had to make it interesting. Josh Jacobs gets the ball punched out at the 1 yard line, and the Colts recover. And then the drive following that, Anthony Richardson fumbles, and it bounces right back to him, of course. So, Packers made it interesting yesterday. And on 4th and 11, with the game winding down, Anthony Richardson scrambled for the first down. That was just – you just can't let that happen. Quay Walker and Kenny Clark were chasing after him. It looked like Quay got kind of sucked inside a little too much. And then when he was running after Richardson, Kenny Clark, who was also going after him, seemed like kind of Kenny got in his way a little bit, and Quay wasn't able to get there in time to stop him. They end up scoring on a wide-open touchdown to Alec Pierce, who was just wide open in the corner of the end zone. Jair and Keyshawn Nixon looked to have a little bit of a miscommunication there. I'm not a huge film guy. I don't know who to put the blame on there. If I had to guess, it seemed like Keyshawn Nixon's responsibility. But, nonetheless, they made it interesting. They score a touchdown to get to 10. We're at 16 points. They try the onside kick. Evan Williams recovers. 3 straight runs for us, and we can't get the first. Daniel Whelan puts the punt at the 5, Daniel Whelan had an awesome game yesterday. And shout out to Whelan. I think he should be mentioned as one of the MVPs of the game, among Eric Wilson, Josh Jacobs, Xavier McKinney. Those guys, including Daniel Whelan, had a great game. And then, they drove down the field a little bit. And then Evan Williams strikes again and intercepts the Hail Mary attempt to officially end the game and put the Packers at 1-1. So, great game yesterday, Dave. Hope you enjoyed it, man. That 24 to 36 hour celebration line from Jair in the locker room made everyone laugh because he knows they have the day off and are going to party. That was funny. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, there's a video that the Packers social media team posted of Matt LaFleur and all the guys talking in the locker room after the game. And Matt had said, we got 24 hours to celebrate this win, and then it's on to week 3. And after going through, after Coach going through his speech and all that, Jair breaks it down at the end, and he adds in the, that 24 to 36 hour celebration, got the team all laughing. And that was cool to see. Cool to see from Jair. After that kind of debacle where he went out to be a captain and wasn't chosen to be a captain, then got suspended for a game. And afterwards, Coach and Goody saying, hey, he's learned from it. He's our leader, one of our leaders, and he's going to continue to be a leader. And he showed that yesterday, breaking down the team. And, you just love to see it from Jair. And I love that line, 24 to 36 hour celebration. Got the whole team laughing. And then, switch gears back to being serious and broke it down and saying, hey, good teams, they keep going up. They don't plateau. And he kept saying that during his speech. We got to keep going on this trajectory and can't get complacent. Just got to keep going, keep building. So shout out to Jair being the leader he is. You'd love to see that. Kyle, you're pretty close to being right about the rest of the division losing and us winning besides the Vikings. I know. What's up, Kyle? Yes, last week I was hoping and predicting that all of the Vikings, Bears, and Lions would end up losing and we would end up winning to even out the standings in the division. But the Vikings just had to go out there and upset the 49ers in Minneapolis, and they are now 2-0. So bravo to them. Bravo to the Vikings. Sam Darnold comes in and is looking great so far for them. He even led a few clutch drives in the second half of that game without Justin Jefferson to milk that game away and seal the win for the Vikings. On top of not having Justin for pretty much the latter half of that game, they also didn't have Jordan Addison for the entire game. So Sam Darnold kind of doing a lot with a little and led the Vikings to a win over the 49ers. So Vikings sitting at 2-0. They face the Texans at home this coming weekend. So keep an eye on that game because we face the Vikings the following weekend in week 4 at home. So Bears lost to the Texans last night. They did not look good. They are 1-1. The Lions lost to the Buccaneers at home. They are also 1-1. And the Bears play in Indianapolis next weekend, so they probably got a good chance to win. And the Lions play at the Cardinals, who have been looking good. So we'll see about that one. So, as it stands, Vikings 2-0. The rest of us are 1-1. Asu Ram on Instagram. Yeah, man, needed the 49ers. I know. The one time I was rooting for the Niners to win, they couldn't really get anything going. They were turning the ball over. Interceptions, fumbles, Sam Darnold tearing them up. I think Justin Jefferson had a 97-yard touchdown pass, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. I know he had a long touchdown pass or touchdown completion when they were way backed up. So, tough one. Tough one there. Usually I'm always rooting against the Niners. Last week I was hoping the Jets would beat them. Of course, that didn't happen. This week I was hoping the Niners would beat the Vikings. That didn't happen. And, Vikings are atop the NFC North. Something I don't think any of us predicted. I thought they were going to be the worst team in the division. Clearly, I had no idea what I'm talking about, which is completely fine. They're 2-0. The rest of us are 1-1. So, gonna be tight in the North, Asu Ram says. The Razor Raymond, go Pack go, go Pack go, man. Thanks for hopping in. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a good day. Joseph, shout out to Eric Wilson. He showed up. You are absolutely correct, Joseph. Eric Wilson played 8 defensive snaps yesterday. And during those 8 snaps, he had a big play on defense for when the Colts were facing 3rd and 1. He blew up their option play to prevent them from getting the first down there. Had a forced fumble, and he had an interception. All of that just on 8 snaps. So big shout out to Eric Wilson. He was one of the MVPs of the game for sure. Thank you, Joseph, for hopping on. Appreciate you tuning in, my man. Hope you have a good Monday. Ike, let Jordan heal up. Let's ride the Malik train until he is healthy. Well, it was a great start yesterday, wasn't it? This guy joined the Packers 3 weeks ago, found out he was starting on Saturday, and went out there, did exactly what he was supposed to do, manage the game, get the ball in our playmakers' hands, and not turn the ball over. He finished with 122 yards passing, completed 12 of 14 of his passes, and threw a touchdown to Dontavian Wicks early in the game, which was a great throw on an out route. That looked pretty easy. But if that ball is any slower or any more inside, that's an interception going the other way for 6. So good play and good throw by Malik Willis to Dontavian Wicks for the touchdown. And on top of all that, he ran for 41 yards, never took a sack. So bravo, Malik. He earned himself the lone game ball from coach after the game, rightfully so. So you just absolutely love to see it. Guy joins the team 3 weeks ago, learns he's going to be the starter on Saturday, and executes the game plan perfectly, doesn't turn the ball over. Coach didn't want to run the 2-minute drill with him at the end of the half just because he said that just would have been reckless. I don't think Malik's probably done a whole lot of 2-minute in practice over the last 3 weeks, especially with the ones. So I was hoping they were going to try and do something, especially when they were set up with 2nd and 1 or 3rd and 1, excuse me. But they opted to kneel it out, and the Colts didn't call any of their timeouts, and we'll take it. Go in the half, up 10-0. We'll take it. So appreciate that, Ike. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a good Monday. Luis, Xavier McKinney turning out to be an awesome addition. Yeah, man, the Packers went out and spent big money on Xavier, and so far it's looking like a bargain. He's got 2 picks through 2 weeks, and he just always seems to be in the exact spot that he's supposed to. And he's one of the more important players on our team. And Javon Bullard being next to him and learning from Xavier is just another awesome thing that he brings to the table. So it feels good to finally have a good safety room. And they're on a trajectory to be one of the best safety duos in the league. And that's without even Evan Williams getting any playing time at the safety spot. So a lot of good options there. Xavier coming through, 2 picks through 2 weeks. The Packers had 7 interceptions last season as a whole through 17 games. And so far through 2 weeks, they've got 5. So Jeff Hafley's defense showing up after all that talk about, going after the ball and turnovers being the most important thing. So far, they are executing. So you just absolutely love to see it. Randall, good morning, Rob. So proud of Malik Willis and the Pack. Likewise, Randall. Hope you have a good morning. Thanks for tuning in. Peyton, Malik Willis, the perfect game manager. Hey, that's all we need him to be. That is all we need Malik to be. And if he can do that this weekend against the Titans, and hopefully we can get Jordan back for the Vikings game next week, that would be ideal. I did see some reports surfacing yesterday saying he is aiming to return against the Week 5 game against the Los Angeles Rams. So it's kind of a long time without Jordan. I know Malik did it this weekend. How long can that game plan or type of play, succeed? I don't know, but I think we can do it against the Titans. I said earlier in the chat or earlier in the show that I do feel more confident about the Titans game this upcoming weekend than I did about the Colts game last week. But if we're heading into Week 4, playing against the Vikings, who could very well be undefeated. Yeah, I would prefer to have Jordan back there, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Peyton. All right, it is time for the fact of the day. Today's fact of the day is a great one. Fact of the day is brought to you by TickPick. They guarantee the lowest prices on Packers tickets, and even better, if you find tickets that are somehow cheaper than what they've got them at, TickPick will give you 110% of your money back. If you want $20 off your next ticket order, use the code Packers20 at checkout for $20 off. That can only be used in the app. So be sure to download the TickPick app with the season underway. Use the code Packers20 for $20 off. Shout out to TickPick. Fact of the day. Let's get this banner out of here. Fact of the day. The Green Bay Packers are the first team in NFL history to reach 800 regular season wins. We've got the most wins all time, got the most championships of all time, and the most MVPs of all time. I could go on all day long, but safe to say we are the greatest franchise in the history of the sport. Numbers do not lie. So again, Green Bay Packers are the first team in NFL history to reach 800 regular season wins after their win yesterday. Most wins of all time, most championships of all time, most MVPs of all time. So shout out to TickPick for sponsoring that beautiful fact of the day. And shout out to them for partnering with myself. I'd never promote something that I'm not 100% on board with personally. So download the app. Use the code Packers20 at checkout for $20 off your ticket order. All right, guys, that is going to do it for the show. As you know, and as I always say, the content never stops. I'm posting Packers stuff all day long, all over the socials. So be sure to be following at GBP Daily. And if you are not, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, also at GBP Daily. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll be back and at it again tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you then. And until then, I will catch you guys later. Thank you.